Hello. If you broke your arm today, you wouldn't hide it behind your back and feel ashamed. You would go to the hospital, seek help, have it cast, and you walk freely. And your friends, the society, the community will actually sign it without any problem. But when we feel our minds are broken or we feel overwhelmed, we often hide it because of this word called stigma. This enemy called stigma. I am your girl, Felicitas Bande, and I welcome you to FB Awaken Minds Initiative, where we awaken the minds and talk about things that affect our minds. And when we awaken this mind, our aim is to change their lives. So, what is stigma? Stigma is just a label based on lack of information and fear. Stigma often tells you that you're weak, and science tells you that you have a medical condition. So which one would you choose? Stigma makes the illness twice as hard. Imagine the pain of a condition, depression and anxiety, and then here comes the pain that you have to keep it as a secret. You have to keep it silent. Today, we are breaking the silence. So how do we fix this stigma? I'm going to share 3 ways on how we can help and make a safer space for everybody that is within our environment. Number 1, let's mind our language. Some things we say can be so draining. Some things we might not mean any harm at all, but they might mean something to someone. For example, I just learned of something. Somebody shared with me a story, how she felt when she was at work and the colleagues were busy talking about the weather, saying, oh, the weather is bipolar today. The weather is bipolar today. And she's got bipolar. How would you expect that person to feel? And I fully understand the colleagues really never meant any harm. It's just a way of describing the way that the weather keeps changing, obviously from this to that. But little do we realize that even in our language, we stigmatize people with mental health challenges. We might not know it, but let's be mindful. Let's be mindful. Let's avoid such language because we don't know who is listening. We don't know what our friend is having. And if you come out like that, do you honestly expect that person to speak out? Of course not. They will just die in silence. So let's break that silence. Let's mind our language. You see somebody cleaning, you go like, oh, she's got OCD. She's got OCD. How would you expect the person to feel if among them or among you, there's one with OCD as a condition? So let's mind our language. By minding our language, we'll make everybody comfortable. And when everybody is comfortable, people will be free to speak out. Let's stop the stigma. This is an indirect stigma without realizing that we're doing it. Number 2, let's listen, not for the solution, not to fix anything, but to just make somebody feel valued, feel heard. When you listen, people become comfortable. They feel, oh, so I can be heard, so I can speak out. Obviously, you bear witness with me that sometimes when you've got something bothering you, or you just share it with somebody, not that they've given you a solution, but because you've just spoken it out, you've emptied your chest, you feel better, you feel lighter. So let's always be able to be at least available, not for the solution, but just to listen. Just to listen. That means a lot to the person that has shared the story and you have heard. They just feel comfortable. And the more we do that, the more people will stop dying in silence. Number 3, tell the story. Tell the story. Sometimes it's important to speak your story, because when you do that, it means you've acknowledged that it is okay not to be okay. So let's try to tell the story, because once you tell the story, the other person who is dying in silence will be like, oh, I thought I was the only one. I might as well share my story. And together you more like comfort each other. And that way, we are breaking the stigma. We are breaking the silence. So if we can start practicing these 3 ways in our workplaces, in our schools, everywhere, it will really help us to break this silence, and we'll be able to move together and make this world a safer place for everybody, a safer place for everyone out there. Remember, we are awakening our minds, and the more we awaken minds, the more we save lives. Join this platform by hitting the subscribe button and get the daily dosage on how we can awaken minds, make a better place, make a better world, and be able to save lives. Remember, awakening minds, saving lives.